I thought that I would update my 100 thing list with you lovely people, since I haven't updated it in 100 years. Get it? 100 things, 100 years. Yeah, buddy. So that's not this challenge. So, oh my goodness, I am just so behind here. I need a pen. Luckily, I have a whole wheelie cart of pens. Let's write it in purple. Alright, so number 4 was my yellow journal that you saw. Yellow journal. From Angel Bag Goodies. That was done around 4:15. I don't know why I date it. The 5th thing I did, I think, what did I do? What have I done? What have I done? Oh, I did these glue pages. These here are my glue pages. Okay, and I did regular scrap paper that I would otherwise use for painty papers, like, you know, junk mail and Lily's school papers and stuff. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to probably put it under some books, so that, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 pages of it. And it took me a while to do those 5, believe it or not. So 5 pages of 5 pages glue Franken pages, I guess. Franken pages. And I did it on regular paper. I normally do it on cardstock or, you know, chipboard or folder or something, but this time, and this I just finished, so I'm just going to say 4/22/21. You know what I just noticed? I did not put my Galaxy 35 Galaxy dangles. I didn't put those in here. Those were a long time ago. Those were like 315 probably. 315. And then number 7 was my Junk Galaxy. Junk Galaxy 4th Sun Hop. And that was on 4/24/21. So, that's that. I'm updated there. And you all got to hang out with me. How lucky are you? The kids are outside, so I don't know if I'm going to have to change over to a voiceover on this if they decide to show up all flippy doody like they do. But I wanted to show you something that I'd started and didn't finish, and I want to finish it, so we're going to do them together. These are picture frames. And I bought them all thrifted, okay? And I did this, so I have this like really ugly confession to make, okay? These are actually, these were all Christmas presents for people. These were all Christmas presents for my family. That's how not Christmas I felt this past Christmas. So, I haven't even gotten out my photographs to my family that I usually send out of the girls and of us, and, you know, so we're not in good shape there. But I'm going to tell you what I did first, so that if you want to do something like this, you can. I bought a whole bunch of different ones, 5x7s, and this one, I don't know if that's a 5x7, but it might be. The opening, I guess, might be. No, it's probably an 8x10. And I took my Dremel and I sanded them all down really good. And after that, I glued the paper, you know, I took all the glass and everything in the backing off. I glued the paper on to these, just as so. And and that's as far as I got. these two I painted this color, and I don't really know how I feel about it. But I want to work on these together because I have some great ideas, and let me just show you what I'm thinking. Because I had gotten a huge box of jewelry, as I said in my last video, and some of the jewelry is like this, where, not that piece, but this one here, the beads are like glued to the rope, and I'm like, I'm not going to fight. I threw them all out originally in the box that I got the stuff in. I put all the trash in there, and then I'm like, wait a second, I should keep those to put on junk collages and things. So, you know, I could put this, you know, like I could have put some of that on my Galaxy the other night. But I'm going to put some on the frames and then paint them like I would a junk Galaxy. So if I use, again, if I use this red necklace as an example, and look at this one is so, that one is actually pretty. Let me put these away here. Took half the bag out. So, for instance, you know, if you had it on here like this, and then folded it down and went down here, right? And then we painted the whole thing. And then on a bigger one, like this one, we could have it like wonky, like this, you know, and then put little bloop, 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 little stars or charms or something in between and paint them. So I thought that we could do stuff like that with the jewelry. This was a bag I took from the kids because they were using it and they weren't being that good with it. So I have a whole nother bag that's just that type of necklace, you know, like the fake acrylic pearls that are glued to the string. So I'm going to take some paint and I'm going to paint these. I'm going to figure out what color I want, and I'm going to paint these, and I'll be back. So I narrowed this video down, but I wanted to keep in a lot of the painting of the junk, you know, the junk painting. And I wanted to keep in the parts where you are seeing the process and you're kind of seeing my thoughts and where my brain is going, and you know, get an idea of the creative process in this. Because one of the things that I really enjoy in art videos is the process. I like seeing people's brains in action. So I thought I would share some of that with you. I did speed it up. It's sped up times 3. This project definitely was not a very fast-moving project for me because I have a lot of other things that I have to do in between. So I just did it as I could over the last few days, and I really hope that you enjoy seeing this happen, and I really hope that you think about doing this on your own with some of your stuff that you could otherwise throw away, like I was going to throw away those necklaces. I'm sorry if you can hear the crickets outside my house, but I'm out on the porch right now doing this. Everybody has gone to bed, and I really just wanted to get this done. Aleene's works in some places for the glue, but it didn't work that well for a lot of the sticking. It did good with these. The more dimensional beads that, like you see those white ones on off to the left, I did use those, and it didn't really work. And hot glue also didn't work, so I'm going to be putting some E6000 in a few of the places where the larger beads came up. This one here actually really worked out well, and the Aleene's really held it down. I was surprised, but I did let that one sit and dry for a long time, and those beads have a texture to them, so they are not just smooth round beads. A lot of them are very textured, so it worked out pretty well with the Aleene's. I was fortunate that I had a little section left, and it was just long enough for what I needed, so you know, it worked out pretty well. But this frame, as it comes together, becomes my favorite by far. I really like the theme I went with, the oceany theme on that one. These are the beads that just don't want to stay glued down. And it doesn't help that that frame is rounded. So, you know, next time if I get a frame with that much dimension, I will work with a flatter bead like those purple ones that I did on the first one. But yeah, I'm going to sit there for a few minutes and I'm going to try my hardest to get the Aleenes to work. Sorry, a bug just flew in my face. I try my hardest to get the Aleenes, but it does not go over well. So I get my glue gun working, get my glue gun warmed up there. And I was really surprised with the glue gun. You know, to be honest, I've been surprised with glue guns for a while. They just don't seem to be doing what they're supposed to do. But anyways, that's not a discussion for here. Pretty much what you're going to see me do is glue this stuff down. I have to go over it with a bunch of coats of paint, and it comes out really well. And then I go over it with metallics in a few different colors, and I show you the colors that I use. Most of them are from Hobby Lobby. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes down here. And I actually really enjoyed doing them, but I am also really glad that I am done, and these pictures will be going to their rightful homes for Mother's Day instead of for Christmas. Oh, fail. I think what I'm going to do is I will put some music on, and you can watch me go crazy. And there's even a little sneak peek of junk box. You get to see some of my junk that I like to use, so stay tuned for that. So we are slowly but surely coming to the end, and these black ones here, the black is always a lot of fun to put the metallic paint on because they really help the metallic paint shine on the matte black background. And on all of the pieces that I did, I used 2 or 3 colors, just on top of each other, and they came out really cool. The lighting isn't that great. I know I've shown them to you as I go, and the lighting isn't that great, but hopefully at the end here you'll get a better idea of the lighting. Of the color in different light. That backdrop is so layered up with paint at this point, I think that I'm going to have to officially retire it. The Martha Stewart paints I've all gotten either thrifted or on clearance, usually at Joann's, but I haven't seen them there the last few trips. They must officially be done with the Martha paints, maybe. I don't know if Michael's has the Martha paints. I don't go to Michael's very often. And the little V on the frames that you see, that's for my daughter Vera, and those are going to be pictures of her in there. Oh my God, there's a giant bug on the outside of I'm in the bathroom doing this because it's like the only quiet place. So there's like a giant bug flying in the screen of the window. But you can really use whatever you want for this stuff. I just suggest you make sure you have the glue power, because like I said, I'm going to have to go back and fix up some spots of glue with E6000. I'm going to just hope and pray that it holds. I dabbed some of the teal on there just instead of rubbing it on, because those purple beads of that necklace, the paint rubs off very easily. So I tried to dab the the teal on so you don't see it. These are them completed. I spray sealed them with Krylon clear glaze after I was done. And I gave them each 2 coats of glaze, and those are them with the pictures in them. And they are going to be going to their new homes this week for Mother's Day. So I put the pictures of my girls and myself, one of me in there. That's where the big glare is right there on my face, which is great. But yeah, I would suggest spray sealing them for sure. It brings out the colors, I think, and it also protects them. So that would be my suggestion. I really hope that you enjoyed this process, and thanks for hanging out.